We now know that many of the major social media companies hire individuals called attention engineers who borrow principles from Las Vegas casino gambling, among other places, to try to make these products as addictive as possible.
It literally is a point now where I think we have created tools that are ripping apart the social fabric of how society works. That is truly where we are.
The way the technologist Jaron Lanier puts it is that these companies offer you shiny treats in exchange for minutes of your attention and bytes of your personal data, which can then be packaged up and sold.
You don't realize it, but you are being programmed.
Social media tools are designed to be addictive. Well, we have a growing amount of research which tells us that if you spend large portions of your day where you're constantly breaking up your attention, take a quick glance, do a just check, and just quickly look at Instagram, that this can permanently reduce your capacity for concentration. I am especially worried about this when we look at the younger generation coming up, which is the most saturated in this technology.
And it's very addictive because if you pull on the slot machine arm enough, you will win. And you never know which pull will reward you.
What social media apps do you have?
Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp. A lot basically, Twitter, all of them.
Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Twitter, TikTok. I pretty much have everything.
I'm just on it because my friends are, and it's just sad.
I'm so attached to my phone, so it kind of drags me away for like reality.
I spend loads of time on my phone, just like scrolling through TikTok after I get home.
Daily average, 5 hours, 41 minutes.
9 hours and 57 minutes. Per day? Yeah. So that's basically 10 hours.
My total screen time this week is 23 hours, 43 minutes. And it's Wednesday. So 1 out of my 3 days this week has been fully on my phone. I pick up my phone 121 times a day.
I think we can confidently say that it's changing the way that teens interact with each other, with peers, with the world, and that those changes in interactions lead to sort of changes in behaviors, changes in psychiatric and sort of mental health.
We should not be surprised. And it's not just because the culture changed, it's because their brains have changed.
They are bombarding our teenagers and our young adults with so much that they become addicted.
And there's something very dangerous about that.
There are many activities that are critical for our development. Face-to-face communication, physical activities, exposure to nature, and sleep. I would say that all of these are being threatened in some way by increasing access to information technology.
I think parents are in a really tough situation right now. I think because this tech has negative effects, they have to balance between trying to protect their kids, but also, let's face it, there's tremendous social pressure to use technology.
I've spoken to Holly Crook, a 16-year-old student, and her mum, Karen Jensen, to find out about how social media affects their lives.
So what social media apps do you have?
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, is that social media? I have Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Depop, Twitter, YouTube.
What do you do the most on your phone?
I've got my emails for work, WhatsApp actually,
Snapchat and TikTok and Instagram all day.
And would you say you spend a lot of time on your phone?
Yeah. Probably too much, but I think with lockdown that hasn't helped.
My screen time from yesterday was 9 hours and 43 minutes. And today it's been 4 hours and 16 minutes, bearing in mind it's only 1 o'clock. And I've spent 3 hours on social media. Out of those 4 hours, yeah.
Daily average. 4 hours 19.
Is there any way you try to balance your time being online and offline?
I feel like I do try to, like sometimes I'll just put it down, but then it's like an automatic response, just like picking up every now and then, just like checking.
Yeah.
And then doing coursework and art and stuff, it's like I can't just sit down and do it. I have to have my laptop, I have to be watching something, I have to be watching a film, and like, or if I did do it, then I'd do my art for about 20 minutes and then I'd have to watch a film.
Do you think you or Holly spend more time on their phone?
Holly?
Oh, me, 100%.
I went 5 days without social media for a social experiment. Do you think you'd be able to cope without social media?
Yes, probably.
Then, like, your phone, do you think you
Well, no, my phone, because you need to contact people. I need to know what appointments I've got. I have emails quite a lot, which if I didn't react to them, that could be a problem. And I do my work banking, so I have to check the bank account for work every day, so that's quite important.
Not a week straight. I could limit my time a lot, but I think it would be hard to change that everyday routine.
Do you think social media makes you more or less sociable?
Less.
I'd say less, because I feel like on social media it's not, you don't really have a proper conversation with someone half the time. It's just like Snapchat's kind of pointless. It's better to call them or like see them in person.
79% of families regularly argue about phones. Do you think social media and phones affect your relationship with your family? Like, is it brought up?
Yeah, a lot. I think my mum's very anti-phone. A lot of arguments revolve around, like, if I'm sad for one day, she'll be like, oh, it's because of your phone, it's because of social media, I need to get out and do something or socialise. Because it is depressing, isn't it, to watch someone just looking at the screen? Because it can be very addictive and you can get lost. You can look up and think, God, where's the time gone? It's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I haven't done anything. And that makes me feel sad for myself when I do that. And obviously for Holly, that makes me feel sad for her, that she's wasting time. Because I feel she's wasted time on social media.
Can going on your phone affect you or Holly's mood?
You should feel a bit fuzzy. My head feels a bit fuzzy.
Yeah.
I feel more tired, like I've been drained.
Do you think Holly's mood changed?
Yeah, and sometimes you think, why are you in that mood? What's happened?
Yeah.
I think for parents, that's quite a scary thing. It makes me feel depressed. Especially Instagram, I feel like that social media platform is a very like false sense of what their life actually is, and like you'll find that a lot of teen girls kind of compare themselves to like unrealistic beauty standards. They appear to get upset, and you think, well, has somebody said something? You know, because you just don't know what comments people can make online. It's all fake online, I think.
Do you find anything annoying about phones?
How addictive it can be, I think. I find I'm just always on my phone all the time, and as much as I want to stop and get off it, I feel like because I'm so used to just going on all the time, like I feel like there's nothing else to do.
I decided to do a social experiment where me and my teacher attempted to go 5 days without our phones and social media to see how we coped.
So my name is Sarah Wilson and I am 41 and I'm a teacher of media, creative media and film, and I have been asked to take part in an experiment with regards to social media and going cold turkey, I guess. So how much I rely on social media, how much I use it, how much I use my phone, and would it be easier for me to give up social media and my phone a lot easier than, say, a teenager, a 16, 17, 18-year-old. So for a week, I didn't use social media and I used my phone less. At the very beginning, I thought this was going to be easy. I'm not really addicted to social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I don't use Snapchat, I don't have it on my phone, so nothing was really hard for me in that sense to give up social media. I took it off my phones, I took it off all of my devices, my iPad, all that kind of stuff, and I just didn't look at it for a week and nothing went wrong. Nothing happened, I didn't miss anything. There wasn't any information that I didn't know, and I certainly didn't feel as if I was missing out. And I think that's the main feeling that maybe teenagers and younger people have with regards to their social media. They feel they need to be connected or they'll miss out on something that's really important. I don't really care. At my age, at 41, if something important's going to happen, somebody's going to phone me. So social media wasn't really an issue for me at all.
My friend has literally just messaged me saying, like asking where I am, asking me where I am if I'm alive, saying how I can't leave her for that long. Even that, I think, just shows that I must spend a lot of time on my phone for her to message me and ask where I am after not replying. You know, like, it shows I'm on my phone a lot, but they're just used to me replying all the time. But yeah, so today was the first day that I went without any social media and just cut down going on my phone completely, didn't go on it unless, like, someone else has just messaged me. Someone else has just messaged me asking where I am. Anyway, so yeah, start of the day, I woke up, usually will sit on my phone. Didn't do that today. I found this morning a lot better not going on my phone as soon as I woke up. It helped me get up a lot quicker, actually, and I just got ready a lot quicker too. But then the bus journey was probably one of the worst bits of the day, because usually I know just sit on my, like, I don't sit on my phone, I sit listening to music. I couldn't listen to music, which was actually quite hard. I then went, before my lesson, went to get some food with my friends. That was okay. Not being on my phone around people who are, which I didn't notice before this, constantly on their phones, is actually really surprised me, like, noticing how much people actually are on their phones and do go on their phones. Like, it's definitely made me a lot more aware that it's actually a very big issue, and like, people cannot go literally 10 minutes without going on their phone or just checking this and that. Even on Snapchat, say, you're literally Snapchatting people next to you. And during my actual lesson, I found not going on my phone a lot. I was so much more productive and I got so much more work done. After that, I then got the train to go and see my friend. That was another hard bit, actually, because I wasn't even able to message him before. Like, you know, usually before I meet someone, which is the same for everyone, you're always messaging them before, like, double checking, you know, like asking where they're going to meet them and like what time, all of this stuff. I couldn't do that. I found that really strange, not having that just like second, like making sure it's definitely going ahead and just going for it. I found that really different.
I did realise how many times I pick up my phone without even thinking about it. If an advert comes on, or if I'm just sat working and my phone's next to me, I pick it up and I pick it up, and I'm constantly picking up my phone just to check, and not even check anything in particular. And that happened in the first day. I was made very aware of how many times I was picking up my phone.
So tonight, I have ended up going on some social media, only Snapchat, and not for anywhere near as long as I would usually. It was about an hour ago. I just not really spoken to anyone all day, because obviously social media, that is where I speak to most of my friends, and especially at the time now in Corona, and like we can't like go out as much to see everyone. It was hard, and I had to quickly, I didn't have to, but you know, I wanted to just quickly speak to them, but I still went the majority of the day without it.
I decided to keep my phone in my bag and when I was at home, I'd keep my phone in the kitchen or somewhere else out of room. And again, it was like something was missing. My phone was not there, and I was a bit kind of anxious, I guess, that I couldn't pick up my phone. I wasn't able to look. For me, it was more somebody text me rather than social media. So I guess that's my form of social media, is texting, isn't it? But they didn't. Again, I didn't miss much. And after the first kind of day, 3 days, I kind of became used to, again, nobody texts me that much.
So today is Friday, the last day of my social experiment. I didn't go on social media today. I did go on my phone more than normal, but only for like college purposes and work purposes. I think this whole experience has just made me realise, like, when I'm out with my friends especially, I don't need to go on my phone, and I don't need to be speaking to other people, or like just being like on my phone. There's just no point, and I've realised like just being able to sit with them and talk to them is so much nicer than being sat on my phone. I definitely feel a lot more productive over this week. I've got a lot more stuff done. I feel like the only negative thing it's had is just not really being able to speak to my friends as much as I would have usually. It's not been awful, it's been okay. I think from now on, I will definitely go on my phone less as well, without like feeling like I need to. Like I feel like it will just come naturally now.
But what I did miss was my BBC News app and news, my CNN, my ITV. And so when I spoke about earlier of teenagers missing out and feeling that they're not connected, I guess I felt that way, but about world news, about social events that were going on in the world, so bigger things rather than just what my friends are doing. I didn't care what my friends were doing. I didn't care if they were out somewhere or if I wasn't talking to them for a day. They weren't going to be upset if I didn't reply to them in 2 minutes. But what I really missed was my news apps and that feeling of being connected to the world and knowing what was going on. So that kind of made me aware of how I use my phone, really. And so, yeah, I guess the social experiment with regards to social media, I don't need it that much. With regards to being attached to my phone, I still absolutely am. It's still kind of like my third arm. And like I say, it took quite a while for me to get used to not just picking up my phone and looking at it. And it's habit, isn't it, I guess? It becomes habit in my life that it's there, I look at it, it's there, I look at it. But I put it away, and because it wasn't there, I couldn't look at it. And while I felt a bit weird to start with and a bit anxious, I got used to that. So if I had to give up my phone, I think I could. It would be quite tough, but I think I could give up my phone. If I had to live life without social media, I could drop that tomorrow. That really did not bother me at all. Habit of having my phone next to me. So yeah. That was tough. It was tough. I thought it would be easy. I certainly learned a few new things about myself. So yeah, that's my experiment. I probably could live without my phone. Definitely could live without social media. Do I want to live without my phone? Probably not. Not anymore.